Hello, you are welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how to remove the background of an image in Adobe Photoshop using the Magic Wand tool, the Polygonal Lasso tool, and the pen tool. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification for more educative videos. If you like this video, please hit the like button and get into the comment section so that we get interactive. Thank you very much, and let's get straight into the tutorial.
So I have three images here I'm going to use. This is the first image I got from Encore Photography on Facebook. This is the second image from GQ Photos, and this is the third image. And as I stated earlier, I'm going to use these three images because I'm going to use three different tools to teach how to remove the background of images in Adobe Photoshop. So the first tool I'll talk about is the Magic Wand tool. So the Magic Wand tool can easily be used to remove the background of any image like the one we have on the board or on the screen, where you have the background having the same color tone. So if you have an image like the one we have on the screen where the background is having the same color tone, you can easily use the Magic Wand tool. So before we do that, we have to unlock the image layer, and as you can see, there is a padlock icon here which shows that the image layer, the layer is locked. So double click on it and click OK. Then go to your tool panel and click and hold the quick selection tool. The hidden pop-up or the pop-up will come. Then you click on Magic Wand tool. Go to the background of the image and click on the background. So as you can see, the entire background of the image has been selected. All you have to do is go to your keyboard and press on the delete key on your keyboard, and that is it, the background. So you then press Ctrl D to deselect the background, and that is it. This is a very simple method you can use to remove the background of any image where the background is having the same color tone like this image we have. So we then move on into the second tool I'm going to talk about, which is the Polygonal Lasso Tool. So if you look at this image background carefully, it's not having the same color tone like our first image. So if you want to use the Magic Wand tool, it will be a bit cumbersome and difficult like we have here. You realize that it has not been able to select all the background at a go like we had, so it's going to be a bit difficult. So one of the methods you can use is by using the lasso tool. So first, let's unlock the layer. One method you can use to unlock the layer is just click and drag the layer, the padlock icon, onto the delete icon here, and that is it. The layer is unlocked. So you go to your tool panel, go to lasso tool, click and hold it, and then you have the Polygonal Lasso tool there. All you have to do is just create a path around the image you want to cut out. Just move slowly so that you can move precisely just around the image. If you can't really see, or if you want to have a certain precision around the image, you can just zoom into the image and that will help. But I always recommend that the best method for you is to make sure that you zoom into the image so that you can have a precision or a precise movement around the image, and that will make your work nice and professional. So just gradual. And one nice thing or beauty about the lasso tool is that you can do it in bit. What do I mean by that? You then where I've gotten to, I can just return to where I started, and that will close, and you realize that that section of the background is selected, and all I have to do is to just press the delete button, and that is it. Then I can then continue from there, from where I got to. So you move gradually around the image, and like I stated earlier, if you want to really move around, have a certain precise movement around the image, all you have to do is to zoom into the image, and it makes it look professional, so you won't have other part of the background being part of the image after you've cut out the background. So I then return back to where I started, and that portion or that section of the background is selected. All you have to do is press on the delete, and that is it. The background is removed. So this is also another simple method you can use, which is the Polygonal Lasso Tool. We then move into our last picture, and we talk about our last tool, which is the pen tool. So first, let's unlock the layer, and that is it. The layer is unlocked. So we move straight to the pen tool and the tool panel and click on the pen tool. After clicking, go to the toolbar and make sure that path is selected over here. We then move to the image and then select, create a path around the image by creating series of knots around the image, and the same applies to what I did for our second image. If you want to have move precisely around the edges of the image so that your work will be professional, you can zoom into the image. Now over here, if you look at this side of the image is curved, so what I'm going to do is I don't need to create number of knots over here to create the path. I just create a straight knot as you have, then create another knot in the middle here. You press Ctrl on your keyboard and you realize that the cursor has changed. You move it, and it will create a path, a curved path around the image. So gradually you then continue from there. So that is one nice thing also about the pen tool, and to be honest, that is why I love using the pen tool in most projects that I do, or in most designs that I do to remove backgrounds. That is the pen tool that I use because of this unique technique it has. So over here I have a curve. I'm going to do the same thing. I create a node in the middle, press Ctrl, and that is it. Create a curve around it. I can continue from there gradually. Now state again, if you want to have a precise movement around the image, all you have to do is zoom in, and that is it, so that you can move around the image precisely. So we create a path around the image. So currently we are using the pen tool. We are using the pen tool. So all you have to do is to return to where you started your first node, and that will close the path. So in the middle of the path, you right click and go to make selection and click OK. So if you look at it, the image you want to cut out has been selected. So over here, there are two methods you can use to remove the background, and I'm going to talk about all of them. The first one is if you look at the image you want to cut out has been selected. So if you delete, it will rather delete that part of the image. So the first thing you have to do is to make sure that the background is selected. So all that you have to do is go to select and go straight to inverse select. You can do so by pressing Shift Control I on your keyboard, and that background, the background will be selected. Then you press the delete button on your keyboard, and that is it. Another method tool that you can use is when the image itself you want to cut out is selected, like we have here. You then create a layer mask by going down there. When you create a layer mask, then that layer mask would then remove the background. And normally I like using the layer mask because it gives you the opportunity to do some few editing to the image. So you go to select, you then go to select and mask. You can then do some few editing over here. The radius around the image, you can change it. So if you look at the edge of the image, as I move, it's changing the radius. I hope you can see the preview over there. Or you can change the smoothness of the edge of the image. So with this, it helps you to do some few editing around the image, the edge of the image, which makes it a bit professional. So these are the 3 tools that you can use, and some of the methods you can use to remove the background of images. So if you love the tutorial, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Get to the comment section and let's get interactive. Thank you so much for watching.